Christ, what a ludicrous week. I'm going to run through it here and share it with you for those who could not be there in what turned into, without a shadow of a doubt, and this was agreed upon by the people who have been to every Preachcon, and I am confident in saying this was the best Preachcon we'd ever had. This was the absolute best one. I think about some of them, and I'm just like, this one tops absolutely all of them. It was, yeah, like there were people here who've been to every single one, and this was easily the best one yet. I fucking love you guys. I have results left in my fridge. Took me all day yesterday to clean my office. I've lost 2 things. My voice is still definitely gone. My voice is still definitely gone. I've lost my DSLR camera. If anybody saw that, I would like that back. If anybody knows where the fuck that is, that's 600 quid. And I've lost my lavalier microphone receiver somewhere. That's another 500 quid. If anybody can find those, that would be really good. Mod check camera, anybody? Wherever the fuck it was definitely used. Right, I think we need to get this organized because Preachcon is one day. It is one day. It is a one-day thing. That's all I promise. But it was a bit more than that. It was a bit more than that, to say the least. Is it though? Is it though? It's a bit more than that. I can't even spell. It's been a while. It is a one-day event. It is a one-day event. I'm only going to break it down like this because, frankly, some of you were here before that. Some of you were here long before that. Some of you came on the Friday the week before, Saturday, Sunday. All those days was when you guys started to arrive. Frigging maniacs. Absolute goddamn maniacs. And it started off so innocently. It started off so Monday. Let's say where I was on Monday. I was at a wedding. I was at a beautiful wedding for one of our long time members of our inner circle, Mr. Dresdaz. Somebody who has been a volunteer at Preachcon every single time, has done emergency runs to my house to pick things up. But his fucking wife booked the goddamn wedding Preachcon week. Disrespectful, rude, just honestly, the worst, I know, right? Just disgusting. Just disgusting. So I was there. While I was there, the gathering's begun. So this is Monday. This is Monday. The smattering of people already arriving to get set up and get partied. And all we had was constantly more and more people arriving and setting up camp, basically. Every one of these, a lot of plane windows coming through. We got a surprise Halloween. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But that wasn't till later. That wasn't till later. Oh, we did turn out that the a lot of people shared rooms to obviously split the cost. But it turned out that the twin beds were like this. And you couldn't separate them anymore. They were affixed to the headboards. So a lot of dudes got very cozy. Thankfully, it was all friends. Thankfully, it was all friends. But bench was definitely a team sport. You know what I mean? You couldn't separate. Apparently, they were fixed to the headboard. So you couldn't spread them out. Ass to cock. Yeah, a lot of coziness. All the girls were pairing up. It was good shit. It was good shit. So this was the Monday. Right? This was the Monday. Everyone flying in, getting ready. Because apparently even first timers, of which, thankfully, like half the audience, we did a check during the live show, like nearly half or a third of the audience were first timers who had also booked the entire week to be there. They had listened to instruction. They understood what the situation was. Now, not only that, they'd already organized an Alton Towers trip. So for everyone else, it was drinks and Alton Towers, which is a big theme park. They went to a badass theme park and went Alton Towersing and roller coastering and doing all that kind of shit. That was the game plan. And then I believe on the Monday, to correct me if I'm wrong, you all booked dinner at a all-you-can-eat meat restaurant called Fazenda's. If I'm right on this, and on Monday, you guys, like, filled out the entire restaurant. Yeah? Is that correct? I believe that was the Monday. I gave Jono the hat. I all went out. I was at Wednesday as well. Well, there was definitely gatherings of all that going on. So this is the Monday. Now, on the Monday, I was starting off my day at 4 a.m. So the wedding was on the Sunday. No, the wedding was the Monday. All right, let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday. I started my day at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is when I started my day, all the way in the south of England, and had to drive my ass all the way to be in the office for 9 a.m. to get there. So I was in Somerset. Now, what was everyone else doing? Well, a lot of things happened on the Tuesday, because I got to the office for 9 a.m., and then we started getting set up. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the legacy of Flower Lady. It's the legacy of Flower Lady. But before we get to the legacy of Flower Lady, let's explain the legacy of Flower Lady. So on the Tuesday, a lot of people had arrived on the Tuesday. Like, a lot of people had arrived on the Tuesday, and they were all beginning to have fun. Now, here's the weird thing that happened to me on the Tuesday, is that usually, I'm the only one who sorts out Preachcon, for the most part. Emma does the goodie bags and stuff like that, but for the most part, I solo sorting everything out, making sure all the boxes are ready, all the equipment we'll need for the show. That's my job for the most part. And I had a whole team this time, for the first time ever. So by 4 p.m. on the Tuesday, remember, show day is Wednesday. Show day is Wednesday. So by 4 p.m., we were kind of done. And it was a little weird. We were like all set up. So I said, fuck it. Let's go and see everybody. So I just put out a little tweet saying, you know what? We're on our way. I got us a couple of taxis and set off on our journey to go and see everybody. And immediately ended up in cosplay. I was there 2 seconds before I was bestowed with my bunny ears. To go along with it. And the kisses began. Yeah, I was there less than 2 seconds before the cosplay kicked in, and I started spreading the cosplay, obviously, because people had multiple things for me. Yes, we needed the Zeppelin bunny ears. As you can see, the ears started to spread. And make dreams come true. Yes. Oh, this is beautiful, boys. Oh, yeah, touching beards. And of course, Zodalin began doing the squats to make dreams come true. The squats began to make the happiness come true. Now, this is where we did encounter Flower Lady for the first time. Now, I have no pictures of Flower Lady, and I don't want to show any anyway to risk embarrassment of Flower Lady, because she was unusual, let's say that. But when I arrived and all these people were outside, and I think it would be fair to say there was like 70 people here at this point. Remember, most people actually finished coming on the Wednesday for the show. But I would say it was about 70 people there on the Tuesday. This is a fair representation of what it kind of started to look like as the day went on. This lady approached me. And now, of course, I'm going to bump into strangers at Preachcon, right? That's definitely going to happen. And this lady came up to me, and she gave me a hug, and she was wearing a lovely flowery dress. I said, hi, how's it going? What's going on? And then she said, oh, you're in charge of this, aren't you? And I went, yeah, where do I know you from? What's your Twitch name? And stuff like that. And she went, oh, I'm not part of this. She was not a Preachcon goer, but she had apparently seen this gathering of people and had decided to join in with this. Now, that's all fine and good. That's all fine and good. So I didn't think anything of it if she went about her merry way and was enjoying her time as this went on. She was just enjoying herself and having fun. Anyway, it was time for our little content creator dinner. And I do this as an icebreaker. Some people were confused about this, whether it was a top tier supporter thing, like a top tier web supporter thing. It's not. What I do is I put on a dinner on the Tuesday on the so that the people who are going to be on stage, working together and perhaps getting very silly at the Preachcon show, meet each other and break the ice. Right? That's the plan. That's the plan. So we had a few special guests this year, but along with that, from first timers, we had Jordan, aka OK Mage. We had Mr. GM. Okay, yeah, this is like the Tuesday racking up. You can see a lot of... Oh, this is Wednesday, because Jordan's out and about. This is Wednesday. So I then went for dinner with the content creators and a couple of extra guests, and so on and so forth. Now, when I got back is when things changed. Because as soon as I got back, Flower Lady approached me. Oh, no, that's not the case. That's not the case. As soon as I got back, a lot of people came to me saying, be careful of Flower Lady. I did not call her Flower Lady when I first met her, but it became very apparent that we should be careful of Flower Lady because multiple people came to me straight away saying you need to be careful of Flower Lady. So I was like, what's going on? And then I got the legacy, the tale written in the scrolls of Flower Lady. Flower Lady apparently was on a date. And she got stood up. And she felt very sad. And then she had seen this entire group of people outside and decided to join in. And then she got absolutely hammered and drank all the beer in the world. She had then proceeded to decide that she really wanted some dick. Now, she wasn't ugly or anything like that, but to say her demeanor was so off-putting that impossibly one of the thirstiest hotspots in the UK at that time, she couldn't get any dick, would explain to you how sloppy she was being. All right, very sloppy, because she was putting it on a plate and basically going from boy to boy in an attempt to get fucked. And it was not happening. To the fact where about 20 minutes after I got there, she came to me directly and she said, it's you. I said, it is me. Correct. That would be me. And she went, I don't like you. It's like, okay. Why is that? And then, God bless him, Fat Boss Alex came and grabbed me on the shoulder and leaned into my side here. Because I remember it. He leaned right into my side. He went, you need to get the fuck away from her. To which I replied, and I will say this incorrectly, as I later discovered, no, this could be kind of funny. Let's see what happens. So I stuck around because this lady just told me she didn't like me. And I was like, I kind of need to find out what's going on, right? Curiosity got the best of me. And I was like, I kind of need to. And he just went, really, you should leave. And I went, oh, no, I've been warned. It's fine. Okay. So I've been warned. So she then proceeds to tell me that when I was there earlier, a couple of hours earlier, that everybody was being really nice to her. She said she'd never found a group so welcoming and friendly as the Preachcon crew. Everybody was being super goddamn nice to her. It was all amazing. It was all wonderful. And she loved it. She absolutely was loving her time, right? She was loving it. But now, for some reason, everyone was being really horrible to her. And everywhere she went, people were not being nice anymore and avoiding her. And I was like, oh, right. So then she said this to me. So I'm going to go home now. And I said, that sounds like a good idea. It sounds like you've had a really up and down day, but you've had some fun with everybody. So it's probably worth heading home. So she said, okay. I thought that sounded pretty reasonable. That sounds like a good plan. So she said, can I have a kiss on my forehead to say goodbye? Because I've had fun. And I was like, sure. So I went to give her a kiss on her forehead. To which she then quickly changed direction to kiss me on the lips. To which I fucked off immediately. And about-faced and was like, oh no. Because it also doesn't help that, one, don't try and sneakily kiss people. That's really bad. But also, she just walked into what we believed as the jaws of death because Emma was there. Emma was inside. And Emma is a little protective of the scenario. Emma's a little protective. So I just walked away, like, very quickly. It was like, oh my fucking God, man. To which I then found out later from other people that she had been telling people she was going home and trying to sneak kisses for about 3 hours. And this was part of the common play. Can we just fucking... Oh, Noble's put me to shame, man. I need to get my fucking nibbles up. This squad, you're supposed to be gamer geeks, man. Can you sort your shit out? It's fucking grim. You're supposed to be gamers. You walking in with all this protein in you. Although, respect to Noble, because he fed me on the Wednesday. It made me very happy. So, I walked away. As people are laughing and, like, taking the piss, as you would expect to happen at this moment, I turn around, and who do I see sat at the table with Flower Girl but my wife? Now, I'm not going to lie. We were definitely a good 30 or so drinks deep at this point. To which we then thought, it's going to fucking kick off in a minute. And so around 20 of us formed what we would call the high school boys viewing circle for the imminent fight that's about to break out. And we were all stood with our pints like this. With Emma facing out towards us, Flower Girl facing that way, and I think Damovan was also talking to them. I think it was Damovan. It might have been Sunshine. And we're like, she's going to fucking kill her. Emma's going to fucking kill this girl. And so we were all waiting like that. Any minute, watch. Because Emma was giving this like serious face, like, why the fuck have you tried to kiss my husband or something like that? And then Emma starts laughing. Oh no, even better is she'd obviously asked where her husband was. She didn't know that Emma was my wife. And she'd obviously asked Emma, where is my husband? To which we saw Emma point at us directly, right? Like this. And then all of us in unison, like some sort of like some telepathic link. And I'm talking a group of 20 of us, all stood in a line, staring at this situation. All just instinctively went, yeah. So I was talking about World of Warcraft, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was awesome. And we immediately all about face, like we'd formed some sort of football line immediately. It was fucking instantaneous. It was beautiful. It was absolutely crisp. It was one of the greatest things I've ever fucking seen. Because as soon as the point went out and like she started to turn, everyone just went, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. And I think it was Raven, because we were talking to each other about when is it okay to turn back around. Like, we were all like, so can we turn back now? Is she still looking over here? I don't know. So I think it was Raven goes, I'll check. And Raven, whoever it was, went, it's safe. And then we all turned back around like this to see what was next. We all turned back around to give it, we all did the fucking slow crawl to see what the fuck we could do. It was so fucking stupid. Anyway, Emma's laughing and joking, and we were all like, ah. Emma's laughing. I'm surprised. I was surprised. I was like, what the fuck? So after that conversation, I went to her and was like, what happened with that girl? And she went, oh, she's just lonely. That's all. I was like, all right. You know, she tried to kiss me. She went, yeah, but I think Emma had like Terminator vision or like Predator, where she just assessed and realized zero threat and just moved past her like she was a tree. Just went scanning, zero threat, and moved on. I just moved on with her day. Something like that. I just like, oh, she's going home. She's fine. She's all good. It's going to be fine. I never saw her again. I don't know what Emma said to her. She never told me. She just said she was pretty sad. And then she went home. And then she disappeared and went home. So Wednesday, let's go to Wednesday. So Wednesday is show day. So I do have to apologize. The show was delayed by an hour and a half. First of all, I told the team we do not need to get up super early. We're going to convene at 10 a.m. We're going to convene at 10 a.m. And the show was supposed to start letting people in at 4 p.m. Mainly because the main reason I wanted to do that, it was way earlier than previous years, is I usually don't get to enjoy Preachcon. Usually after the show, it's pretty late, and everything, doing all the pictures and stuff I usually finish after closing time. So, like, everybody's been kicked out by the time I'm still meeting and greeting people and doing all that kind of stuff. So we decided to try to do it very early, but that was a bad plan because we had so many technical issues and shit that I need to redo that was not going to happen. So, on Wednesday, everybody's there now. Everybody's arrived. It's good shit. Now, Annie Fuchsia, had decided the day before to come. But thankfully the show was delayed because her flight got delayed and she didn't arrive until everybody was sat inside. Now, I managed to text Annie when she was in the taxi. There's people getting sat down, getting ready for the show. I managed to text her. She said, I'm in the taxi now. So I got Annie to be dropped off at the side of the building. At the side of the building so that nobody actually saw Annie arrive. As far as people knew, Annie wasn't there yet. But I got her dropped off at the side and stuck her into the back so she came out with everybody else, was the plan. And it worked out perfectly. So we then did the show, and the show went super, super well. Super, super well. Now, one thing that I was not prepared for at all is, yes, I took the stage. And I look out into the crowd, and who do I see but Lady Dimitrescu? It's in the audience. Now, apparently, everybody had been hiding this from me by forming circles around Lady D. When I was walking around getting everything organized and sorting things out, they were forming like groups around Lady D. It was indeed armed. In order to protect my view from Lady D, so I wouldn't be spoiled until I got inside the show and actually saw it. Even preventing spoilers at our own show. What a magnificent bunch of people. Now, what I did do as part of the show is we had a great game of Moogle's Balls, where we did get this is a wonderful picture, Armst. This is a wonderful picture, Arms. We had a great game of Moogle's Balls with all the team. And then what I did is we had people go out and buy all these prop boxes. We had Bex and Nups and Matt buy a ton of fucking prop boxes. We put them out on the tables to get started with so that people could reenact their favorite scenes from a game as part of the show. It went very well. All the judges we picked, which were Annie, Jordan, and Rage, did not know. What did they not know? Resident Evil. Because Arms came on and stood on someone on the fucking stage. And they were like, it's a Resident Evil game. Like, they had not played it, which was a disaster. One thing we did do, though, is I knew this was going to happen as soon as he was arriving, is we played a game of Blind Date. Now, if you don't know what Blind Date is where you get one suitor, one person looking for love, and then you get three people who they have to ask questions to in order to try and find out who their soulmate would be. So I chose as our suitor Mr. Ross. Mr. Rossquare. Mr. Rossquare. Giga Chad extraordinaire. Mr. Rossquare was going to be our suitor. And I wrote him the questions. I would never imagine anybody to come up with questions to ask the girls. I would never do that. I would never even pretend to put him in the spot like that. So I wrote his questions, which involved his greasy, steamy ERP sessions, his love hog and its snorting, all that kind of stuff. And with the love hog snorts, yes, the love hog snorts, all that kind of stuff to get through it. And then something really weird happened. It was time for drama time. We do a live drama time. The show had actually been going on for like 2 hours at that point. And I didn't realize because we delayed it. In fact, I went and got our starlet for drama time to bring her to the stage, the wonderful Janie. It was almost Tara, but Janie was the one. And then Nups ran on stage as I was about to do drama and said, sorry, we're not going to have drama. I was like, what the fuck? What's happening? I hadn't been warmed up on this. I hadn't been keyed in or anything. I said, you have to go and have your food now, because we do provide food for everybody. And apparently because we delayed the show, the food had to be had there and then, or it would disappear and all that. So we had to stop the show. Yeah, we had to stop the show. And I was fucking pissed. I was pissed. So I obviously played into it while I was on stage. I walked off stage towards the tech bench. And I went, what the fuck is what's going on? And then they were like, we have to feed everybody now or the food's going to be taken away. You can't just leave food out. So I was like, all right, okay. We have to cancel drama then, which was a real potential shame because we had some really good stuff planned for drama. We had some very cool stuff planned for drama. And it would have been a real fucking shame. But we also had DJ Manmade, who was going to be on stage and doing on the show in half an hour. And it's going to take more than half an hour for people to eat. So we're like, well, we've got DJ Manmade playing. So I think we're going to have to ditch drama time. Now, big shout-outs to Chris. Big shout-outs to Chris, who was like, we can't cancel drama. It's too good this year. The drama we've got planned is too fucking good. That's the problem. It's too fucking good. We need to have it. But this is the scene during the food break. People have got cigars now. Right? Chris is chilling. I'm chilling. We're all outside because it's dark. This is everybody. But Chris was adamant. It's like, we needed to do drama. We have to do it. So I said, okay. I got on the stage with the microphone. I said, guys, we'll be sitting down again in 10 minutes to do drama time. And they're like, okay. And everybody thought it was a fuck. Let's have the show finish. This was what it looked like, the same thing though, right? Everybody really liked it. Everybody really liked the food break because it was hot in the room and they got a nice break. They got some food and everybody just instantly came and sat back down. Like not one person gave a shit at all. It was fucking awesome. It was really good. Everybody was like, yeah, no worries. We came back, sat back down. And then we did drama. And one of the main reasons I wanted drama to happen is I'd asked 3 people of the 7 or 8 people involved in the live drama time. I had asked 3 people to do something a little different. I wanted, or the drama time we had chosen involved a free company. And so I really wanted a scene, or I had it in my head, is that we need the crawlers involved somehow, but how do we make that work in the perfect way? So I had Augers and Nups, who were crisp during drama, they nailed it, put a sheet across the stage while I was introducing something else. And I also worded our wonderful Mr. Raven Rib, Mr. Braggart, and Mr. Lionheart that when I said I was about to do drama, they were to not say anything to anybody, stand up, come behind a screen, which was hiding the backstage area, and get changed into their outfits. Because when that curtain dropped, and this was the free company that was waiting for our new member of the free company, it was just glorious. It was fucking glorious. It was so good. Yeah, it was just such a moment I wanted to happen during drama, is the sheet dropped to the floor, and then we had Lionheart purchased, we had Braggart in the outfit, who brought his own, even though we bought him one, he brought his own sweeping outfit. We had Raven in the maid costume. I think he was doing squats when this opened up. And we got the full crawler experience. But I have to say, I think drama was the best part of the show. I think it really was. That drama time, we had Russ, who was our stalker during it, crawling across the stage. People calling each other bitches. It was just so funny. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Like, people were in hysterics during that drama time. Everybody really got on board with it. And it was so hard to pick the people who were going to be part of it, Because I'm weighing up people over the entire weekend who might be part of drama. Because we need 7 people for drama. And the only 3 people who knew anything was these 3. That was it. Nobody else knew a goddamn thing that was going on with drama. But it was good. Because... How do I get this over here? Hold on. And I just say, the commitment to stay in character. The commitment to stay in character was fucking ridiculous. It was so good. He did it all over the hotel. Yes, so can you link me, Shalina? That would be really nice if you could link me. If anyone can link it. But apparently now, you know what I don't have for the closing of the show? I don't have a picture of me in the Mandeville outfit. That's what I don't have. So, Mr. Isaac... You may have seen this all over the place. Mr. Isaac brought a briefcase attached by handcuffs to his wrist. And he had it attached to his wrist until show day, and he'd been there since Monday. He was traveling the entire city with this briefcase attached to his wrist by a handcuff. And he wouldn't show what it was. He also didn't have the keys. He had given the keys to Nups and Chris. I have a picture of it. So when I opened it, it was a present for me. It was in a BioShock lunchbox, but it was actually a Mandeville Man costume, complete with the braces and a corset and a necktie. The whole... Oh, yes. It was beautiful. Yes. It was it was a Mandeville Man costume. It was a hell of a thing. And I didn't know. I ended up in cosplay every day. It was horror. It was something else. I had to run off to the back to open it up. And then as soon as I saw what it was, my arse fell out. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. He's brought me a Mandeville Man outfit. Oh, sweet Jesus. And so I had to close the show in that. I did not stay in it. Not for damn sure I was not going to do that. Nope. No thanks. But, of course, after that, Mr. Manmade took to streaming for us. You can see Mr. Manmade was there. And the glow sticks came out. Now, when I say how weird this was when the glow sticks came out, it's a party. I gave out 500 glow sticks, okay? There was clearly some people gathering them all. I think there's some videos of this somewhere. I don't know if I've got them here. I was sat talking with people, and then I turned around, and people had made Freddy Krueger gloves of glow sticks while having normal conversations. They were just sat talking. They were like stood talking and chilling with all these fucking claws and shit. Yeah, it was 500 glow sticks we brought. And they were just like fucking swiping them everywhere. People had like 9 around their necks like predators. Cleaning these up afterwards was a pain in the ass, but we did it. What was Drama Time about? It was about a girl who was being stalked by someone. But then it turned out to be someone else. So if I come back to here... Is Janie on the stage? Right, Janie here, who ended up in a crawler hat to be part of it, was the girl who was being stalked. Lion and Raven and Zodalin were all part of the Free Company. This was Russ, who was wearing the anonymous mask. He was the stalker. Light Up was the pretend stalker in the dress and fish mask, which he had on throughout all of this. Here's the hotel review. Oh, thank you, Sunshine. This is an official review of the hotel. This is now official. Pointing out that the hotel was very clean, and this is now on there. I fully endorse this. This is harmless. This is harmless. Are you kidding me? No. Hotel is very clean with Braga. Well, the game plan apparently was to try and get it so if you search the hotel, Braga pops up. That's really cute. Yeah, it's totally harmless. There's no pain in that. The hotel was very clean. The janitor's working very, very hard. Very, very hard. Yeah, so Gimpy was a fashionista. Where's Shannon? Shannon was a Twitter G-poser. What was your role, Gimpy? Because I know you were crawling about the stage as a Lalafell. I remember Gimpy doing that. He was being like full Lala and crawling around the stage. She's behind me. Oh, she is. Yeah, I can see her skirt. Yeah. Shannon's there. So the show, as you can see on the clock, did not finish till 10:30. Like, the show went on, and then, of course, it was fun night going on. I don't think we got any... it was good. The show went supremely well. Everyone had a great time. It was really cool. It went on till 5 a.m. that day. It was a big, big party. That was a massive party that everybody enjoyed. But that's only Wednesday. Show day. Yeah, it went on till 5 a.m. It was a big old blaster. No one got super sloppy, which was great. But then Thursday. All right, so this is where I took your feedback for those of you who went and want to change. So originally Thursday was a organized day where we were going to have a second venue where we booked another venue which was nearby, and it was a building that we had the entire place. They also held 500 people, so we could have invited some more people who only wanted the second day. And in one half, it was going to be a nightclub with a foam party, with a foam cannon. And in the other half, it was going to be board games and consoles and things like that for people who didn't want to go. But it would have more than doubled the ticket price to do that. And I'd rather you guys have more money in your pocket. So what we said is Thursday will be kind of open, and I will be around, and we'll flow into what anybody else is doing. Right, that was the plan. Some people didn't like that. They would have much preferred an organized day by us that everybody was doing. So we'll do that for next time. Because some people didn't get all the messages of all the things that were going on. So Thursday was also incredible. So Thursday was, most importantly, Nando's Day. It became absolutely imperative that anybody not from the UK needed to eat Nando's. And therefore, massive trips of people going to Nando's was organized. So they could all say that they've had a cheeky Nando's. Exactly, yes. Apparently, everybody from across Europe and America and Canada and Russia and Australia and New Zealand needed to try a cheeky Nando's. So it started with Nando's, to which I went to. Although I thought I'd got ditched, because Thursday morning for me is also remove everything from Preachcon. I had to do 3 trips backwards and forwards to the office. So shout outs to Craig and co who helped me do that. But then it was this. Karaoke, organized by our good lady Sunshine in the chat. Now, karaoke. Our initial thoughts of karaoke were that it was probably going to be giga awkward and weird and strange. Oh, I've mixed my letters up, sorry. And awkward. Actually turned out to be fucking amazing. And everybody got on board. Not to say it didn't take until the beer started going, but it actually popped the fuck off at karaoke in a big way. With how many was the total people who went there? I'm not going to embarrass anybody but myself. Do we have the YMCCA? Oh, we do. Oh, I totally have the YMCCA. The YMCCA, which I believe is this one. The YMCCA. The YMCCA was popping. Oh my god, it's not going to haunt you at all. It shouldn't do. It was great fun. It was awesome. But we ended up with 3 rooms. Now, we got scammed here, team, right? We got scammed here. So the way the karaoke worked, it was in the city. Get this, right? This was a scam. There were 3 rooms. Now, 2 small rooms, which held 10 people. And then the big room, which held 30 people, right? Okay? 3 rooms, 10, 10, 30. Something like that. Pretty close to those numbers. But your fee to get in, because I called Zoe out on this, because I was like, what the fuck? It was £17 each to get into karaoke. But £12 of it, as it turned out, went towards the drinks that what you got while you were in there. Okay, that's not too bad. We get drinks while we're in there. So, I ended up in the big room with everybody. I wanted to go to the big room where I did a wonderful, wonderful, rousing rendition of Living La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin. Where we got told, okay, each room has been given a budget, and every room's got £200 each. Where's your fucking ratios on that? Where's your ratios on that? 10, 10, 30, 200, 200, 200. We nearly capped our budget with the first round. That was Zoe. Fucking learned some math. Or what? So, me and Alex went out and just bought buckets of beers. We just went and bought buckets of beers. I've just brought them in. We just went and got buckets of beers for everybody. But it was great to see everybody joined in. Everybody had fun, especially because a lot of it was group karaoke. Shout outs here to Furion, who was actually moving between rooms to do metal songs. He did some Disturbed with me, and then he did Psychosocial with Noble, I think. And his voice was destroyed. He was just doing metal songs in between it. But big love for Queen, a Bohemian Rhapsody, and Metallica. Yeah, we did some Disturbed. We got gypped on the wah. We were like, where does he do a wah? I want to do that bit. I want to make that dream come true. Now, you might remember as well. Do you guys remember the Manchester Renaissance photo? You remember this sort of infamous photo of the Manchester Renaissance? I'm going to bring this up here. That didn't load. Woohoo! Website. Do you guys remember? You do, right? Yeah, this one here. Mayhem in Manchester. This is the Manchester Renaissance, right? The Crawlers completely recreated this. They went to the same place. I recreated this picture to go with it. This was a genius idea. This was a genius idea to go out and recreate this. Gotta respect Chris for taking on the ground. This was good. This was very good to go along with the karaoke. This was a fantastic maneuver. The timing on the garbage truck was ace. Yeah, it really fucking worked out super well. That was great stuff. But after that, we went to the casino. No pictures. Obviously, it's a casino. You don't take pictures. But we took anybody who wanted to go to the casino, which was good. Like half up, half down as it went through. The best part of that was Annie and Jordan, who had never been in a casino before, yelping with delight when they won without having any idea why they had won at blackjack. Woo! 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 I won! Woo! Woo! I won! Like giggling and fuck yeah, first time. It was first time for a lot of people. It was really fun. It was really good. So that would be the Thursday was then casino to go with that. And then back to the pub, where I had my sort of long-term deep conversations. I was one of the last men standing that day. I left the hotel at 4, I think. But anybody who wants to have like a longer time chit-chatting, like a couple of hours conversation, that's what I did on Thursday. So Thursday was I made like a spot in the bar, not in the bar, in the reception of the hotel where you could be private and have those kind of conversations, which was really nice. So that was Thursday. Friday. Friday was the Witchwood. Friday was the Witchwood, which Mr. Josh Strife Hayes turned up to as well. EmmaCon. Yes, EmmaCon. Friday was the Witchwood. Now, to give you an idea, guys, the only thing that is organized for PreachCon is this. Out of everything you've heard and seen so far, is this. This is the only thing we do. The amount of people still remaining on Friday. You absolute fucking lunatics. The amount of people still... That's not everybody either. That's not even close to everybody. Like, half of them are on the dance floor. Half of them are still chilling on the dance floor with what's going on here. Oh, can we give shout-outs to Dave? I don't know if he's here. Dave turns out to be the Death Knight who solos a boss from 10%. At the casino, This is Dave. At the fucking casino, he won 200 quid in chips from his 20 quid, right? From his 20 quid, he had 200 quid's worth of chips. He fucking lost all of it to one chip at least 7 times and then instantly won blackjack on his last chip every time and went right back up again. It got so fucking stupid that we were voting against him during it. We're like, you have to die. It was so fucking dumb. He just kept going up and all the way down and up and all the way back down. He just would not die. It was embarrassing. He was like some bugged out paladin. It was fucking crazy. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. But I unfortunately did miss out on the Witchwood night. I got people there, but this is where I bow out. So Emma can enjoy the night. This is Emma's deal. Next year, hopefully, I can be involved somehow, somewhere, to get everybody in and have some funsies. But it's a big night that everybody has. Really like it. Apparently, everybody had a really good time as well. I mean, looking at the pictures, it would appear so. It would appear that everybody had a fun old night. You guys took to the dance floor as well, it seems. So sad you missed it. A lot of people sad they missed it, yeah, for sure. A lot of people sad they missed it, but a good night was had. A good night was had. It was a hell of an event. And Saturday, I think everybody wanted to rest. Saturday was rest. I was off home. It's Ret Smart, yeah. A small group of us also did Disney sing-alongs in a hotel room. I heard there was a Moana night. What was it? The message was Netflix and chill, and people ended up watching Moana in their PJs. The shit you guys got up to out of scenes that we don't have evidence for. Get some Moana going to party on and have some fun with. But it was a fucking week. It was a week. Absolute unbelievable week. There he was. Did you get him hammered? Probably. Oh! I almost forgot. Friday was also... That spell. Arcade. Any guesses as to how much money Raven and Alex pumped into this fucking piano DDR game? Because it was a lot as they fought and diligently grinded for the first place score. It was too much. It was way too much. Alex and Ray, we all found we started off well. We played some air hockey, which I think you saw in Annie's stream. Played a few games, but then we found there was a pool area, so we went to play pool for like 3 hours. These guys sat and diligently farmed the piano game. I'm not sure who was the eventual winner. I think Raven stole it back at the end. In like 60 seconds, they ended up with like 160 or 170 score. It was ridiculous. They grinded that shit out. They loved it. They absolutely loved it. Ugh, gross. Alex 148 to my 146. Did Alex take the thing? We took everybody to the arcade because it was like Friday day. We weren't going to the Witchwood till 8:30. And we were all there, so I said, why don't we go to the arcade for a bit and play some games? We're all gamers. Why don't we truck into the arcade and have some fun? So we did, and then we played a lot of pool and sorts of billiards. Fucking Americans trying to come up with their scam rules for pool. There was a 10-year-old girl who got 140 with one mistake, and she was giving you the fear. We got 1,500 tickets to get the cactus. Where's the cactus? I have no idea. I saw it in a bag. I played with the poo that somebody won. Oh, here's the cactus. This was 1,500 tickets, this thing. This was 1,500 tickets to get this thing. Val has the cactus. I know OK Mage ended up with that grabby thing on her head all night. Check your Discord DMs. I've sent you a video. Oh my god, is this the versus? Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. These guys took this so seriously. Oh, that's me. This is where I introduced Alex to the fucking thing. I was like, Alex, come play this game with me. And then he got very serious about the whole thing.
It's the showdown of the ages.
Wait, I got the leaderboard. I got the leaderboard. I'm fine with that. I got the leaderboard. I'm good with that. I got the leaderboard. You shit, you casual. A wild noble appears. Yeah. Well, that was the great thing about it. Like, there was people literally doing whatever. I never felt the need to protect or, you know, like the guests and stuff. I don't need to escort them or anything because it's not big enough to require that, which is the best thing about it. And then Saturday was Sweet Release. Sweet Release, my friends. The Saturday Sweet Release. Boomer Gamers Protect. It's the show of the ages. Boomer. Chaperone not needed. Yeah, I let everybody do whatever they want to do, which I think is the way it needs to be. So you can look around and see everybody's just chilling and having a good time, and nobody's being crowded or offended, because especially with the first timers like OK and Annie and stuff, I wanted to make sure they were fine. But everybody respected their time, and they just had fun like everybody else. That's the whole goal with all the guests that are there. Is like, just chill and enjoy yourselves, and nobody should feel like they need to do X and Y. But I've got 800 more pictures coming apparently. Where was this? And who knows what this is? Foe. What's foe? Oh, the pre-karaoke meal. Ah, I see. I see. The pre-karaoke meal. And respect to Lion for staying in costume like the entire night. He was still dressed like this at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. He was still like this at 2 in the morning. Who built these things? It was a Vietnamese place. I have a picture. Why did you build these constructs? Where did this come from with the constructs? That I don't know. So Scottish, player. So very Scottish. So massively Scottish. Very Scottish. Yeah. And this was all that was left. As Preachcon came to a close. The work here was done. Trying to get glow stick poisoning? Trying to get glow stick poisoning? Swole. There it is. There it is. All came crashing down in the end. All came crashing down. But easily, I think, the best one yet. I think even Noble agreed. Noble's been to all of them, I believe. I think so. I think he has. I think he has. But yeah, it was. It's a very, very clean hotel. Next year's date when? I want a week to get myself back in order, alright? By far the best yet? Yeah. That was a good fin picture for a game. Mm-hmm. And now we all have COVID? I don't. I'm alright. Noble's not got it. Noble tested this morning. He's good. Obviously, only the poor's got COVID. Like, that's the reality of the situation, unfortunately. Only Noble caught it. Only the poor's got it. Bit of a shame. Clearly pause. We're at work. 17-hour trade ride home. Oh my god. On Thursday, 3 of us and Annie skipped Nando's and went on a 2-hour search of getting Annie a working SIM card so she could stream. Oh god. Yeah, fuck you. Fucking pause. The people who partied the hardest. Oh, I partied pretty heavy. I didn't do bad. I think the only time I actually got drunk though, and not mildly tipsy, was actually the Tuesday. I wasn't drunk during the show. I barely drank during the actual show. I never got... No, it was the only day. The only day I actually got drunk was the Tuesday. Not that I didn't have a drink or anything, but yeah, that was the only time I did actually get drunk. Sucks to be the pause. Squats at the bus stop. Yeah. I was in costume for about 11 hours. It was so sweaty. Wow, that's a lot of people to